Hey guys, what's up? And today I'm going to be talking about the loss of Antonio Brown as he was just ruled out. I'll also be talking about Vita Vea returning as he was activated off the IR. And I will say I was working on a video on if Antonio Brown and Vita Vea will play in the NFC Championship game, but he was just ruled out. So yes, I am kind of mad. I had edited, I had wrote the video, I had recorded, I had done pretty much everything. But before I get into the video, if you could subscribe, that'd mean a ton, as if you want to see daily or even sometimes 2 videos a day for sports content, then subscribe. And if you don't subscribe, at least please like or comment it, as it does help the algorithm go in my favor. Also, the music in the background is my sister's, and if you want to see more of her music, click the link in the description. Now to the video. This Antonio Brown injury and Vita Vea return will be huge in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Green Bay Packers game. Antonio Brown will miss the game against the Green Bay Packers, and this probably would have been arguably the biggest game of his career. AB will miss this game with the knee injury that he suffered in the divisional round game against the New Orleans Saints. And in the time he was healthy, he only caught 1 pass for 10 yards and didn't really impact the game at all. The Buccaneers still beat the Saints, but it was mainly because of their outstanding defense, who picked off Breeze 3 times and twice in the fourth quarter, the first and the second quarter, and also forced a fumble on Jared Cook, recovered the fumble. 1 of their picks they recovered to the Saints 3. The Buccaneers got 21 points off of their 30 points off those turnovers, and Tom Brady only threw for 199 yards and 2 passing touchdowns, which is the least amount of yards since week 14. But before that, the week 6 game against Green Bay is the 3rd least amount of yards he has thrown this season, which shows this offense has really started to rely on Antonio Brown ever since he started playing for the Buccaneers. Tom Brady has just been way better with Antonio Brown. Of course, Godwin, Mike Evans, and Antonio Brown, and Rob Gronkowski, and Cameron Brate, and Scotty Miller, a ton of receiving options, and Brown has really made this receiving core better. No receiver on the team had over 50 yards from the catches this game, and Antonio Brown had exited the game early and had an MRI the next day. The MRI later revealed that there is no serious damage on the knee, which is good for him, and he's preparing to play against the Packers in the NFC Championship. Antonio Brown did not practice on Wednesday, but there's no cause for concern, as it is usually a day that people rest, a lot of veterans rest, and people that are injured usually don't play on Wednesday. Brown then missed practice on Thursday, and it was a bit concerning, but the Friday practice report was really expected to tell if AB will play or not. Antonio Brown was even listed as a game-time decision by head coach Bruce Arians, and it really looked like Antonio Brown could play. I trusted Bruce Arians at that point, but I don't think we really should trust him for if players will play or not, because you clearly can't trust him from this. But Antonio Brown was later ruled out, and it looks like Scotty Miller and Tyler Johnson will take a lot of snaps that Brown would. But I do also expect Cameron Brate to also play more. But Antonio Brown being out will definitely hurt this team, as I do not expect Brady to attempt more than 35 passes if the Bucs do win, as Evans and Godwin are also banged up, and Brown is out. Gronk is aging, and Cameron Brate isn't great. And the Bucs receiving core is just not good right now, at least as better than before. But I do believe that the Buccaneers will run the ball a lot, as the Packers have a horrible run defense. The Bucs will just want to keep the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands. The Packers have had the best scoring defense in the league this season, which I mean is very impressive. You don't want them to get the ball. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, the team has stars and can tear any secondary up. But Vita Vea is also most likely returning to the game, which will help the defense and just keeping Aaron Rodgers in check. But Vita Vea fractured his ankle in Week 5 against the Chicago Bears. He's rolled up on late in the game, was placed on season-ending injury reserve, but was just activated to the 21-day window where he can now practice and return to play. But Vita Vea is a star defensive lineman that is still very young. He has had some injury issues in his career before, missing 3 games in his rookie year. Through the first 2 years of his career, he played 29 games and got 63 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and 5.5 sacks, and showed a lot of potential. He'll never get a lot of tackles because he is a player that goes for sacks and tackles for losses, but that is his role on the team. Vita Vea is also having a breakout season. In the not even 5 full games he played, He got 10 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks for 19 yards, which the 19 yards is more than he had in previous seasons in only 5 games. In a full season, Vea's stats would average out to 32 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, and 6 sacks for a great 57 yards lost on those sacks. That would be the most sacks and tackles for loss he would have in his career. Pro Football Focus ranked Vea at number 3 out of all the interior defensive linemen prior to injury. Vea was placed on the injured reserve after his injury, and he was expected to be out for the year, but somehow he is returning less than 3 months after his fractured ankle. With Vea back, this will help the Packers running back Aaron Jones stop him, and a huge addition to the Buccaneers' already hot defense. He'll probably try and bat down some passes at the lines, but with Vea, I think it will really just help. Probably maybe some passes up the middle, but I think really just they're going to have to live and die with Aaron Rodgers now. As Aaron Jones, he's not going to be able to do a lot with Vea coming back. Also, tell me in the comments who you think is going to win, but yeah, guys, that's the video. So thanks for watching. Be healthy, stay safe, and peace.